Hello everyone, I'm Lottie and you're watching Cancer as a Lifestyle. Today I want to talk about cancer tip number 3, radiation. Now radiation is completely different from chemotherapy, and what worked for you for chemotherapy is not going to work for you here in radiation. So these are my 3 must-haves when I'm going through radiation. So number 1 is your anti-diarrhea pills. Now, you will need to actually get quite a few of these pills ready for yourself. So buy a lot of these packages. Everything you eat or drink is just going to go through you like nothing. So your doctor will actually give you a prescription, or you can go and buy your own. Now, if you are getting a prescription and your insurance pays for it, by all means go ahead. There is really no difference from any of the anti-diarrhea brand name pills. This one I bought at Kroger, but I've bought Walgreens ones also. Now, if you're going to be making a copay on this, or you have to, it's out of your own pocket, I would suggest getting the house brands that you can usually get. Like at Walgreens has really good deals on them. Now, my doctor actually suggested that I take 2 pills daily in the morning, regardless of how I felt. But he did not allow me to take more than 8. I know that sounds excessive, but unless you're going through radiation, you will not understand this. I went through about 5 or 6 pills daily. So you need these. Now, since I have ovarian cancer and my radiation was in my pelvic area, I still now have occasionally problems with diarrhea. So I still keep this on me at all times because it can set off, anything can trigger it, and I will end up suddenly having a problem for the rest of the day. So this is my tip number 1, is your anti-diarrhea pills. Now, tip number 2 involves placing yourself on the brat diet. Now, the brat diet happens to be bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. Now, again, like I said, everything that you are eating is going to go through you. Now, for the first week, I felt absolutely no side effects of any kind. I actually thought that, this is not going to be bad at all. And then my second week hit, and then here we go. So, my best friend out of this group actually was toast, and I loved having toast. I had some butter on it every morning. Several times during the day I would eat toast, and it tasted good because nothing would happen. I would have no problems. Rice is also happens to be very good. Now, before you were sick, before you went through radiation and chemotherapy, you know what trigger foods you had to avoid so your body would not react in this way. So, of course, you're not going to eat any of that now that you are in radiation treatment. So, maintain this diet. Even if in the beginning you are absolutely, you have no problem. Some people complain that they have an excessive amount of diarrhea, and some people have some. I was 50-50 on this. I think because we're having radiation in us, this is one of the side effects that happens. Now, I know people like to also bring us casseroles or dinners. I would avoid having anyone bring me any kind of a meal until you were completely done with the treatment. Or you could ask them for gift cards. They can give you a gift card instead. You can use a gift card for, for months later even. It didn't matter. So now my tip number 3 is water. I hope you can see that. Is water. Now, I don't know what your what your drink is. I happen to drink water. That is my number 1 thing that I love to drink, and tea. You can see my tea bags in the background. I have a whole selection of tea bags. But you will be dehydrated. And because you're losing fluids so much, you need to have an intake of fluids to replenish that. You also want to avoid having any kind of caffeine drinks. So if you drink coffee or soda or even tea, you want to be caffeine free on that. You don't want to be, because it does the opposite, it depletes you. Now you're going to be needing a lot of energy to begin with. You're going to be very fatigued. You're going to be, of course, losing fluids. And so you want to always make sure you have a bottle of some kind of a drink, preferably your water or your power drinks that you have, like your um, with antioxidants in there. Keep it with you, teas that are caffeine free, so you can always have something to drink. You do not want to dehydrate yourself during this time. So thank you again for watching, and have a blessed day, everyone.